I find that a lot of things come to you. That they say if you're an attractive person, things will come to you. Well, how do you become an attractive person? Going back to the basics of caring for other people, looking out and listening and keeping an eye out, how can I help this other person? And that's not saying how can I sell them, it's how can I genuinely help this other person. And I just find it's law of abundance. You throw it out there, it'll come back to you in truckloads. With our whole network that we created, we spent a lot of time talking about personal relationships, helping people. All the personal development programs that I'd worked on before really fitted in, because at the end of the day, we're just dealing with people, which is your best asset. And if you can help somebody, genuinely help somebody, business will come to you. If they like you and trust you, business will come to you. As simple as that. On the other hand, if you're just there trying to sell them something or stitch them up or shonk them, they'll smell it a mile off and run a mile. And that's how I've been involved in the direct selling industry for more than 20 years all up. The good thing about this industry is somebody has to have a dream, which it'll come down to, why would you get involved, or why are you doing this? And a big study through America, they studied a lot of older people living in old age homes, and they said, looking back through your life, what was the number one biggest mistake? And the number one thing they said was, I married the wrong person, which is a big thing. And the second thing is they spent too many years doing something they didn't like. So if you can, the best thing is find the perfect partner, do something you really love, and life will be fantastic. And that's the whole passion, is you have to find something that gets you excited and gets you going a little bit. So, Steve Jobs' story is phenomenal. If you study Steve Jobs, that's his message, is find something you love and chase it like crazy. I tend to like people, and I tend to like to put good people together. And I do get asked all the time, who do you know that can do this, and who do you know that can do that? Actually, I just had a text coming through on the way here. Do I know somebody at a particular firm because they want to get a job there? And that's where you have to be a little bit careful, because unless you can honestly, genuinely recommend a person, well, you can start using this big fame and fortune or whatever you have, which can work against you. So it's a matter of really understanding people and seeing if it's a good fit for everybody, because if we look at everything, it's got to be a win-win situation for everybody. And I've been very, very blessed, because my whole network, if you like, or my whole circle of friends are all good, honest people. And that's probably the best lesson you can learn in life, is everybody has people in their life who I call them energy suckers, or they will drain you, or they've always got a drama in their life. And sometimes it's your family, which is pretty tough. And so it's really important that you're surrounded with high energy, good quality, genuine people. A lot of my team and friends, they'll come and say, look, I've got 1,400 friends on Facebook. And this kind of goes back to the number one need or want for people is just to be accepted and to be liked. And that's why Facebook goes crazy. And Facebook's been a phenomenal tool. You couldn't even imagine connecting so many people with one tool, which is great. But I still find with the young people, they will love, and older people as well, just to actually sit down and connect. And this is where we talk about, are you networking or are you really connecting? John C. Maxwell's a terrific author on leadership, and one of his series is Everyone Communicates, but very few connect. And I often think about that, because can you really connect with somebody who's just joined you on Facebook? And you probably cop it, and everybody cops it nowadays. LinkedIn's a fabulous tool for business, but how many people that want to hook up with you do you really connect with? I've got a little rule on LinkedIn, because I get heaps of people coming through on LinkedIn all the time. If I don't know them personally, I will have a look through, track them and see how they go, and then I'll pick up the phone and I'll call them. And it's interesting how many people, what? Half the time they don't even know who you are. But unless I can connect with somebody, I just won't link in with them. My best friend, we've been friends for over 50 years, and it's just a relationship where we can see each other and it just automatically takes off. And the good thing about that is it's like a twin brother, because I never really had close family growing up, so my best friend was like my brother. And I look at a lot of businesses and I think, how can you relate a business to a relationship. And a relationship can be with a girl or guy or whatever you prefer. But the actual relationship is, how do you get along with each other and how do you feel about the whole thing? And there's good energy and bad energy. And you see it a lot with businesses, and how some businesses, sometimes you can just walk into and little things, the place is dirty or the window's dirty and little things like that. So that's part of the whole customer experience. Nowadays there's a lot of corporations, they talk about customer experience and we want to do surveys on how you feel. But the bottom line is, how would you treat a friend that comes into your house? Would you speak to them rudely? Would you swear at them or anything like that? No, of course not. So relationships is the number one most important thing in the whole world.